pit and temple. Ah, that is where Tyrone floats up from. Small walled-off area that is mostly grassland with rock pathways about. There's a large square pit in the middle of this area where a flying elephant can sometimes appear floating up. If you walk into the pit, you will fall to your death, and the dream will immediately end. There are 2 exits here. The first one leads to the natural world, and the other, the one with the large statue on top, as shown in the picture at the right, leads to the flesh tunnels. Though there is not a lot to see in this location, it is a way to get to other areas you want to get to faster, or to end your dream if you feel like it is dragging on by falling down a hole. It's one of the main locations displayed on the map. On the kanji textures, the ground has a symbol that seems like blah, that means door or opening. What you talking about? Why do you say that it links to places? It can't! It's random, dude! Or am I wrong? I don't like being wrong! Temple Dojo. This Japanese says that is presumed to be a circus. There are several rooms connected to each other, all virtually identical. Some rooms will have objects in them, children tossing a ball, which you can link with. But you can't link with the ball. Monument Park. Monument Park is an area with Kyoto many real-world monuments such as Isle Tower and Big Ben can be found. Usually looking to the Empire State Building will, from a certain angle, makes a zeppelin appear. Huh. Sometimes all the objects in Monument Park, except the zeppelin, will begin to stretch upwards. Still unknown what causes this event to occur, but usually happens after looking up for periods of times. Ooh. Tower Bridge? That's what you call it? The Tower Bridge? Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh! Black space. I don't think I've ever seen a hoop and stick girl. The black space is an area accessible via the window in the natural world. Oh, they called that a window? I call it a door. Anyway, the bird creature from the Moonlight Tower, the astronaut in Bright Moon Cottage, and the hopscotch girl in the Violence District. But I touched the hopscotch girl. Did I wake up? I don't remember.
Oh, hey, look! She's tiny! Playing hopscotch on nothing.
In this area, you typically spawn over a solid black surface, but if one walks far enough, the player will see a white ground. There are several floating blocks in the area. Hoop and Stick Girl, a girl similar to the one playing hopscotch in the Violence District, can also spawn here. It's possible to walk for a while on the black area beyond the white ground, but wandering too far from the white floor will cause the player to fall and end your dream. It looks like a grainy old photo. See, I know that's one area that always leads to the same place each time. Flesh tunnels. I bet this is the place with the yup. The flesh tunnels are maze-like tunnels resembling a womb. There are small rooms you can find which contain either sumo wrestlers or fetuses. Those are what I call the jumplings. I will never look at them the same way again. Although players usually start in this location by going through the room with the sumo wrestlers first. Oftentimes players will come across a single fetus while walking in the flesh tunnels. This fetus will then turn around and run down the tunnel until it disappears into a wall. Following it and walking a little bit further takes you into a room full of fetuses, all bouncing and making noise. Really? Really? Okay. Clockwork machines. Here's where we are. Okay. The gear room is a rare room that can be accessed from the Violence District through the eye graffiti on the wall facing the docks. Really. And by catching the train at the station in Happytown. But that's not every time. You're dumb! If you are shot by the gunman, there is a chance that you will be linked to this room. The main section contains the orrery. And if you go down further, you can see what happens to be an ore mine. Sometimes the machinery on the orrery are missing completely. On very rare occasions, one can be sent to the back area, which is fenced off. However, after one step, the player falls through the ground and the dream ends. The Clockwork machine room functions like an odd room filled with doors that you cannot see. Each one of the panels on the wall will always send you to the same location. The one below the dot on the side, opposite the fenced-in area, will take you back to the eye graffiti, which will always take you back to the clock room. Something similar happens with the orrery in the middle of that room, except it always takes you back to Happytown. Allowing the orrery to distract the player will cause the gear cinematic to be played, after which the dream will end. I'm just missing so many things. Okay, man. Moonlight Tower. Is this where you see the moon? Yes, the place with the never-ending stairs that end eventually. The Moonlight Tower is one of the many areas within the dreamscape in which the player can be linked to and can also be the starting point of a dream. It has many floors of stairs leading to the balcony where the player can witness a full moon. Occasionally, a bird creature can be seen flying around the building. I've seen it once. It is normally unreachable but can be linked with. How? Sometimes the bird creature can spawn in front of you when exploring the balcony and looking out past the railing. It will link to the black space if the player manages to get close enough while it's by the balcony. It has also been noticed by a lot of players that this location influences time in some way, making your dream very short. Reasons of this are still unknown. Bumping into the railing at the top can link you to Kyoto or the natural world. As the sexual texture, yeah, that's totally sexy right there. So sexy. That's not a bird, that's a bull with wings! Oh, there. It looks like a bird. It looks like a bull. Long hallway. I know what this is. And the line is seemingly in this corridor or this gray room at the end. If you try to enter the room, the walls will fall away to reveal the sky. And you will either be pushed back or pulled into it. You can link into this area by touching a tengu. What's tengu? Oh, that's what those things are! Are human-like avian creatures. Tengu are I'm sure I'll come back to that. Or by touching the sky picture in the second floor by the Bright Moon Cottage. There are almost 50 doors in all, and none of them have a specific link. The walls at the beginning of the hallway will link you back to Bright Moon Cottage. I'm learning so much! Sun Faces Heave. Sun Faces Heave is an area that is simply a translucent bridge attached to two large faces. It appears to infinitely move through a pitch-black void, as no end can be seen from either side of the bridge, just continuing on out of sight and being slightly obscured by the transparent faces. The faces aren't transparent, the bridge is. There appears to be a thin layer of fog on the bridge. The fog is the bridge. There are 4 different faces that appear in this area, all depending on the texture. However, nothing else is known to change in this area aside from the pattern of the bridge. Polygonal transparent shapes orbit clockwise around the faces. The normal texture will have a round yellowish orange sun-like rim that appears on the blah 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 blah. The down or evil texture will have a round orange face that slightly resembles the sun in the colors of the sunset, and oval azure gem on his forehead, as well as seemingly shocked expression with slanted oval eyes. I think I've seen that one. Jade green has yellow wing-like ears. The faces have black square mouths, with some having thin rectangles of dark red at the bottom of their mouths. They are all round, resembling the sun, and with gems on their foreheads, except for the one seen on the sexual texture. The bridge leads directly into the faces' mouths, which are actually tunnels. The only way to link to another area is to walk into the tunnel or touch the railing on the bridge. I've seen that one, I haven't seen that one, and I've seen that one. There's a storyline. Okay, the gray man, a man wearing a trench coat and hat, who will slowly inch toward the player, commonly found in civilizations. That's not a comma. He will erase the ability to view that dream in a flashback. It will disappear when close to the player. Corpses, commonly found in the violence district. Tin can, commonly found in the violence district, will materialize and bounce toward the player. Giant baby, commonly found in Bright Moon Cottage and occasionally seen in Kyoto near the entrance to Monument Park. Ferris wheel, Happy Town, found in grassy areas and a Happy Town, will trigger a cutscene when touched. Underwater Buddha, a face of an Asian Buddha woman found under or above one of the pools of water in Kyoto. Are those the drugged up Teletubbies? Fireplace, bookshelf, shrine bell, found in Kyoto. A suspended tree log will continuously strike the bell. Okay, so that's what that is. Flying elephant, also referred as the pink elephant, even though it's not pink. I call it Tyrone. It's found in the pit and temple area, near or in the rectangular hole, floats through the air awkwardly, occasionally appears in groups of 3. Lion, always found present in the natural world. 2 are often seen walking back and forth. Penguin, commonly found in the Happy Town, have patterns like tie-dye or tiger stripes. Large ones waddle in loops, small ones slide back and forth on their bellies. Is that the reason why I can't really see them? Teddy bear and television. Occasionally found in the Bright Moon Cottage, consists of a teddy bear placed in front of a television. Black and white drawings are on the TV screen, sometimes with blood. Black wolf, often found in the dojo or in an civilization, will attack you if approached. Pterodactyl, which is Gary, commonly seen in Pin Temple. Sailor, an NPC found in the Violence District, will disappear when approached and reappear when the player moves backward. That's elusive sail dude. Murderer, NPC found the violence district, usually kicking one of his victims. Gunman. Found that he's either shooting at a cowering figure or guarding a shed and will shoot at the player. Children tossing a ball. Only found in one room of the dojo. This child endlessly kicks a large ball, and sometimes is joined with another little girl kicking the ball to her. Little girl playing hopscotch. An NPC found the violence district. Arrow! A translucent floating object from the happy town. Question mark. A translucent floating object from the happy town. Love. A translucent floating object from the happy town. Spinning device. A large spinning device with orbiting shapes found only in the clockwork room. Little green trumpeters. Small green men who dance and play the trumpet. Found near the castle in the happy town. Tree. Found very commonly in nature places. Lamp. Found very commonly in urban areas. Building. Found in most places except for pit and temple, clockwork room, and flesh tunnels. Sun. Found in the sun faces heave, either side of the player. Big Ben. Found in the Monument Park. Empire State Building. Found in the Monument Park. Golden Gate Bridge. That's what it's called. Found in the Monument Park. Eiffel Tower. Found in the Monument Park. Windmill. Found in the Monument Park. Well, I still have questions. So that's the LSD Dream Emulator wiki. LSD wiki. Doesn't answer all of my questions, leaves me with a few more questions, and makes me believe that this wiki barely knows what it's talking about, because, in my experience, I'm pretty sure that running into the same things like the eye in the violence district does not always take me to wherever it led to. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe I haven't looked everywhere I could, but in case you're wondering what that tinkling noise is, I have a penny and a penny in my hand. The reason why I had to check because I have like Canadian pennies and a yen and other stuff on my desk. Really? For example, touching the smiling, dancing flowers in Happy Town will always result in being linked to the violence district. I don't understand. There's a storyline? Yes, I never read the dream journal, but beautiful dream journey. Some of the white text on a black screen is said to reference not having a dream that night, or dreams being too horrifying to recount. These are frequent entries in the journal. Interesting. Maybe you're playing as Hiroko, the author of the journal. So that was just an informational video, and I'll make it clear in the title that it is informational, so that if you don't want to sit through information, then you may skip it. Make sure to subscribe, spread the word of awesome, become a Reitannite. I am definitely going to pay more attention to the game now. Freaking see if there really is a connection and stuff. It's fucking weird. Especially the sexual parts. That's weird. Boobies! Alright, see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Are they boobies? I see no boobies.
Hi, Robin. Oh, hey. She's getting pretty. Dad ass. Hey! Woman, you get back here, show me your can.